Celtics arriving earlier. The players with a look of intensity as they try to pick up a win on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. A breathtaking view of the New York City skyline is taken from the Empire State Building. We're coming to you live from Manhattan. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Friday, they'll begin a long road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. LeBron James said he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. He'll run something you've never seen before. But Stevens said, honest to God, I've stolen everything we've ever done from somebody else. Kevin?
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off-season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Cantor in at the center, locking down the middle. And for New York, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. And that one, good. Barrett's got the first points up on the board for the Knicks. 0. Walker against Payton. Walker the pass to Hayward. From past the arc. The Knicks pull it in.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Out to Payton. Stolen by Walker. Randall against Tatum. Up top, Walker. There's the dish to Hayward. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on R.J. Barrett.
You know, of late, Gordon Hayward has now started to play the game with an edge, and I love his ability to get to the bucket and make the defense foul him.
First free throw is good.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Hayward hits them both. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Payton against Tatum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Guys, when you consider the New York Knicks roster, there is some talent amongst their young players. More than a handful of their guys in their first 3 years in the league. Kevin Knox, Mr. Robinson, and Mr. Dotson all could be factors for them in the future.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Doris with the youth. The Knicks added Dennis Smith to that bunch as well.
No doubt, Kevin. This was a player they had their eyes on. So when you couple Dennis Smith Jr. with some of the young assets they've collected over the last couple of years, there's a ton of young talent coming up in New York right now.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
That one falls.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Unable to get that one. Excellent D from Cantor. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The kick out to Walker. Shoots it. No good. Shot missing. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Floats it up for Randall. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Round with it. Picked up by Barrett. Three-pointer. Hayward. Morris with the rebound.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
It's stolen by Brown. Fast break. Here we go. And it's Hayward. That time on the assist by Brown.
How about the burst of speed and transition by Gordon Hayward? Great at getting one step ahead of the opposition.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Payton finds Robinson. Barrett with the ball. Brown on him. Barrett, no good. The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
No good on that one. And for Jaylen Brown, part of the challenge last season, especially with the return of Gordon Hayward, was meeting the high expectations, Greg, in a reduced role.
Competition for minutes, and then early on, he struggled. We all see the potential, but it's really about seizing the moment every time you're on the court.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
And when you think about Brad Stevens, he has one thing he cites quite often. The quote is, toughness is being able to physically and emotionally perform your task through any condition. And boy, when you think about his teams, they have embodied that for most of his tenure.
Here's Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for New York. Passes it to Knox. Some nice passing by New York here to end the cold streak, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, how about the athleticism of young Mr. Knox? Get up, sir.
Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And Doris, the Celtics seem like they lost a bit of that resiliency and some of that composure last season. How do you think they get that back?
I think, Kevin, it has to begin with their leaders. Those are the players you expect to set the tone with toughness and togetherness. While we love his ability to attack the rim, he just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Outside, Smart. Now here's Tatum, guarded closely. The Knicks pull it in. Randall surveying the D. Here's Portis, now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post
effectively here so far.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first. Big man who was forgotten about during free agency, Randall could be an impact player for the Knicks.
The Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randall should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Gibson comes in for Randall. And Alonzo Trier's subbed in for Barrett. Outside Williams. And finished off by Williams.
And you see Langford's ability as a facilitator, great court awareness.
Smart against Smith. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Boston making a switch here. Tice is checked in. The free throw off from Smith. You know, Doris, when you think of the best dunkers at that guard position, you have to include Dennis Smith Jr.
His explosiveness, Dennis Smith Jr., is off the charts. Boy, when he is attacking the cup, as a defensive player, you better be on point or he's going to put it on your head.
There's 39 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Knox. Stolen by Smart. Here's Langford, and Langford with the stop.
Boy, you have to love how engaged Marcus Smart is defensively. This guy is a nightmare for the offense.
Here's Trier, rebounded by Langford.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
I'll tell you, allow him to get to a spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Smith with it. There's Trier with the three, and the Knicks miss again. Here's Smart, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 4, and we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. We've got Williams. Langford out there with Smart. Then there's Daniel Tice. And it's Ojale in at the three, the small forward. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you. The free throw is off from Gibson. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Williams. And the pass to Tice. He dishes it to Langford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That shot misses.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Payton attacking. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
And Walker kicks to Tice. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Back to Walker. A shot missing. Some solid defense from Robinson. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Well, a good first quarter leads to a dynamite second period.
A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. Here's Walker. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
Here's Dotson. Kept alive. A second chance effort, and it's laid in by Randall. Randall's got the lead up to 5 now for the Knicks.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Shot's good by Walker.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Stolen by Walker. "14 feet away, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And Kevin, last season there were a couple of glaring deficiencies for the Celtics. I thought they had a problem with shot selection. Too often I thought they settled for pull-up jumpers. They did not exploit their length to get into the paint, nor did they exploit their ability to get to the free throw line. And ultimately that really cost them.
Free throw good from Hayward. And with the Celtics last season, Doris, one of the league's lowest rate of free throws attempted and bottom 7 in offensive rebounding.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They had a couple of players coming off of surgeries, knee troubles. Sometimes that can make you hesitant to mix it up on the interior. But boy, if you want to win, you've got to get to the free throw line and you've got to get to the offensive glass.
And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
Hayward passes to Williams. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
New York trailing. Here's Dotson. No points in the game yet for him. Kicks it to Barrett. This one for 3. Drills the three-pointer.
And, well, like a lot of young players, Barrett's working hard to become proficient from range.
Walker dishes to Hayward. And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for New York. Portis, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Lonzo Trier comes in for Morris, and Smith subbed in for Damian Dotson. Boston also with the sub. Smart's checked in. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. Here's Tatum. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Portis. New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To the wing right side. Knox. That shot off the mark. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Here's Smith. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Boy, you have to absorb the bump on the jump shot, and Dennis Smith Jr. still able to deliver. That is not easy, folks.
54 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Trier. Second shot opportunity. The feed now to Barrett. Good work defensively by Smart. Celtics trail by 4. Passes it to Williams. Outside, Smart. Tipped away. And now the Knicks on the break. Knox with the ball. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Knox has got the lead up to 6 now for New York.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Walker. He has 6. 6 to shoot. To halt the run. That shot, no good. And no good. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Alfred, slow start for you guys, but you turned it around. What got you going?
Defense. We got our defense going, was able to get styles and get out and run an open court.
And that turned the game around, Alfred. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. It's been quite a game for Elfrid Payton.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Payton is out there with Barrett, and it's Morris in at the small forward. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
It's deflected.
Well, really improving as a defender. Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there. All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Down low, here's Randall. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Randall's got his second bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Walker. It's rebounded by New York.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Randall kicks to Robinson. A three from Morris. Offensive rebound. Here's Randall. Goes back up. Here's Robinson. And at last, they get one to fall. Robinson's got the lead up to 12 now for New York. Now a timeout called by Boston. And with the way Mitchell Robinson can protect the rim doors, there's a lot to like about that second-round pick.
Yeah, on draft day, Mitchell Robinson flew under the radar, but he had a great summer league. He got tremendous minutes early as a rookie. This is a great leaper, a great shot blocker, always something teams can use, both of those attributes.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Damian Dotson comes in for Barrett. And a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Williams comes in for Tatum. Ogilvy is checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Langford subbed in for Brown.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Ogilvy, covered by Morris. Now, here's Langford. He has 6. Pass to Ogilvy. Looking to end the run. That one good for 2.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
The Knicks leading by 12. Payton outside. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And Randall throws it down.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Williams against Gibson. Langford, the pass to Williams. Tice kicks to Walker. Fires from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Timeout.
Walker's got 9.
And this is where Walker thrives, an assertive long-distance shooter.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Doris, if I were to ask you right now in the league who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back three will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Wow, yes,
right?
yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
Pass to Williams. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
And one thing Williams has, a lot of natural strength. You can play him physical, but most of the time he's going to win that battle.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. Kevin Knox comes in for Morris. Trier, he's checked in for Damian Dotson. And Smith subbed in for Payton. And the free throw, no good.
Well, you knew the Knicks were going to try and make a huge splash over the summer in free agency.
But you know this, Greg. Sometimes you swing hard at the pitch and you miss. And that's one of the problems of putting all your eggs in the free agency basket. Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Now Walker, 9 points in the game so far. Cantor with it. The pass to Walker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And they pick up 2.
Dennis Smith Jr. seems to relish as a guard to go on the interior and get buckets. Nicely done.
35 seconds left in the third. Walker with it. Now Smith defending. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Kemba Walker. New York's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Passes it to Knox. Over Tatum. And again, it's New York.
Well, this is what we expect. The rise and fire from Kevin Knox in a catch-and-shoot situation. You better guard him now.
Here's Walker. He's got 11. Smart on the wing. Misses there. And so it's the New York Knicks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Back to the action after this word. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Boston, Tatum and Cantor together down low. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. And it's Smart in at the point. Here's Tatum. Rebound by Smith.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Tries from 7. No good off the front iron.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Here's Hayward. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Smith feeling it out a bit. New York moving it around. Left side, Portis. Got a piece of it. Robinson finds Portis over Smart. Almost, but it rolls out. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Portis against Smart. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. They'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Friday, they'll begin a long road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. New York leading by 11. And here's Smith. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Robinson.
Well, Dennis Smith Jr. is so good at pick-and-roll situations, understanding how to pass around the defender.
The Celtics have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Cantor kicks to Tatum. Robinson with the block, and he's able to get it back. The shot's good from Cantor.
Timeout.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
New York calls timeout. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were. to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Fizdale talking to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Pass to Morris. Hayward with some nice D. Celtics trail by 13. Pass to Brown. Smart on the wing. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, though he's not known as a prolific three-point shooter, Marcus Smart takes his time, delivers. That's a big-time shot.
Now, here's Barrett, guarded by Smart. Barrett, no good. The Celtics have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Inside, Kanter, and with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Kanter's got 4 points now in the quarter. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Julius Randle.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
A really solid performance here in front of the home crowd. He may not be the star of this team, but nights like this are what make him a fan favorite. Payton surveying the floor. Floats it up for Randle.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Here's Walker. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's Kanter. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Payton dishes to Morris. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Man, you can get chills watching Jason Tatum want to deliver in the clutch.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They've led by as many as 14 points. To the inside, stolen by Kanter. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Smart, wide open, he fires. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Hey, Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Shooting from New York, Elfrid Payton, taking 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. On offense, here are the Celtics. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Cantor. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
And his Cantor, so aggressive and assertive. Big-time play.
Payton against Walker. Payton attacking. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Shooting for New York, Payton. Taking 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them the lead.
Yeah, that's a big miss right there. Now only a 1-point lead.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 1. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Walker against Randall. They grab their own miss. Here's Cantor. It falls!
Boy, Enes Kanter's willingness to be the guy to take over in a critical stretch, so impressive.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Walker against Payton. Oh, missed it. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Six seconds left in the fourth, and that's an intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Boy, I just love how Marcus Smart plays the game of basketball. He's aggressive, he's intelligent, and he doesn't mind getting under your skin.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Gordon, nice win for you guys tonight. What was the difference?
Energy. I think we play with a lot of energy, passion, especially defensively. You know, when we're all doing our job and we're playing and we're focused and we're solid defensively, we're not really having lapses, we can be a pretty good team. You know, that we don't have to walk the ball up the court, and it's not as difficult on our offense. So it all starts defensively, and I think it all starts with energy down there.
You've become one of the best young defensive teams in the league, Gordon. Thanks very much. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.